Hi, welcome to Faces of South Asia from Soph and me. Good evening once again. This week we were at an informal discussion with a South Asian women's panel, and it was wonderful. So Soph and me decided to visit the informal discussion. Now this discussion was of urban women, right Sophie?
Right.
They were from big cities. I think this panel was from India, which is a country in South Asia, as we all know. And they had their views of how they have evolved since their parents or since their mothers. And it was, quite interesting. They were discussing all about their lives, their marriages. And Soph and me were listening and recording them. And we still would like to see another faction from the rural part of South Asia. But this was very interesting.
It was. It
Wasn't
really was
it?
really remarkable because it was their point of view, it was their lives and what they had gone through. And it was really interesting. I mean, I found it very informal and what other people go through life and what women face. And that basically that it was really remarkable. It really was.
Did you also notice that they said when suddenly it came up about love, then say, well, the best part was two of them were love marriage, which they were not arranged, and I think all three were a love marriage, and one of them still unmarried, but they had their view on marriages,
Right.
how the husband should be or is. And it was quite interesting because for me, I wanted to know what was important, whether it was love or whether it was education. And during a discussion, did you hear what they said? They said that there was a discussion of the same kind of, same status of men. They
Right.
would be interested to marry, which
Right.
was, I think, so interesting to both of us. In which they still have not come to the point that love does not include status or class or materialistic values. Love is love. But it's nice to know that what their point of view is education. They can communicate. They can communicate. The women were communicating with their partners who have the same value, the same education. So it's interesting when you compare between the Western world and the evolving South Asian world. Is you will decide and you will let us know at facesofsouthAsia@gmail.com is what did you think and what are your views regarding this whole discussion. And we will bring more of these discussions to you as we visit different factions of countries and different factions of women from all parts. So soon you will see the panel discussion that we had, and hope you enjoy it.
I hope they enjoy it.
Yeah.
It was really interesting, very nice, and the way they were saying stuff, even like for arranged marriages and stuff. Even when it is arranged, it's usually the parents who look into the backgrounds of the people, of the mates, to see if the family. The families are the same background and the same similar feature. And that's how it's done anyway. And they
Yes.
introduce them, but now it's like they themselves are looking into
doing the love marriage. But did you notice they also said regarding dowry, what was the reason that a female child was being killed? And so if you remember that
Right,
they
I
were talking
do.
between them among the dowry deaths.
Right.
And so by doing love marriages, by educating themselves, they have eradicated dowry system. All these girls
Right.
are trying to eradicate the
yeah,
dowry
it still
system.
happens, but unfortunately, why it was done and why, to what extent it has taken the people to do it. I mean, that was amazing. Why it was done and, why, and it turned completely different.
Yeah, but also you see the modern urban woman wanted to take control of their lives, did not want the parents to suffer.
Yeah.
They also want, this is the urban
It was just a present. It was a present to the bride, actually, from the parents to say, okay, start your life. We are doing, it happens here too. The parents will put down a down payment, say,
Yes.
towards a house or towards, that's what it was. The dowry was the same thing. And
but it has been misused over
it
the
has
years.
completely been misused.
And so these women, you have to realize realize there's a 1 billion population, they superseded this to compete to have this education in the computer world. Most of them are in the tech world.
Exactly, yes.
And they went ahead, they competed shoulder to shoulder with these men to achieve these high-ranking positions so that they don't have to sell themselves, which a dowry has become an abuse of selling.
Yes.
And they are trying to protect the future Indian woman by showing them, educate yourself, earn your own living, and we love for, and men who marry you should marry you for love, not for what is their value.
No.
They have also mentioned that a physician cost this kind of money, an engineer costs this, the management costs this. So you see, there's a value for all these male
I guess the parents, the way they think is, well, we've educated our son to do engineering and we paid so much money, so we want to get something out of it. So this is what the dowry is like. When they were saying amount of money towards, if you were like a doctor, you would get a certain amount of dowry. If you were an engineer, you would get a certain amount of dowry. They were telling it, because the parents were demanding this, which is so wrong, actually.
But actually, these girls themselves got educated. So some are physicians, some are some are engineers, some are computer, in management. Then they also have a value. It's not just the male who have the value. That is what these women are trying to say. That look, even we educated ourselves. If we want, we can be at home and we can support the family,
yes.
or we can go out, earn a living, and both of us can make. It's not about selling yourself. And this kind of outreach, hope it goes to the rural, because that's where is the majority of the, the majority of the population lies in all of these 8 countries of South Asia. So let's see how you enjoy our recording for the panel.
Hi, good evening. I am Pamela. I am a member of an organization called Boston Durga Bari. Boston Durga Bari is a non-profit organization which is dedicated to promote the Indian cultural heritage in everybody in US. And I have with me Anindita.
Hello.
And Pami.
Hello.
And Kinnari.
Hello everyone.
So Anindita, Pami, and Kinnari are also members of Durga Boston Bari. We have come to know each other through this organization, and every year we work very closely in order to do our festivals and our cultural programs for India.
Like if women were given an opportunity in any industry, they bring a different flavor altogether. They bring a different way of thinking to that, where it has been like they have made statistics and they have seen that women in those areas have always excelled in bringing new ideas. It's not about like men are bad or women are good. It's not that, but it's like about bringing a very different angle to the same way of doing things. So that was the point.
Yeah, I think I would like to add on to that. Pam mentioned about the politics. So there are also different arenas. Like if we talk about the corporate world, we already know about Indira Nooyi. She is the CEO of PepsiCo, and also not only the the corporate world, but also outer space. Like women have reached that level where they are traveling outside Earth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kalpana Chawla.
Exactly.
Kalpana Chawla.
So there are many Indian women who have actually carved a niche for themselves. So that is what is also which we should take into account.
So what we are seeing is that given a choice, women have excelled.
Absolutely.
We have seen that.
Yes, but it's only that most of the times they don't get either they do not get the opportunity, or maybe if they get the opportunity, they have to fight so much just to prove themselves in a men's world. So
it's very interesting because I have lenses, right? So it's a very funny incident that I went to this eye doctor when I was very young, and she used to kind of mentor me for very long. And she always told me that, Pamela, always remember this, that if in any field of work, if you have to be treated equal to a man, you actually have to be better.
yeah, because you have to fight. You have to
And
fight
she
to
comes
prove
from a
yourself.
profession
Right.
herself. She's like a very established ophthalmologist. So she's like, she knows her career. She has faced that herself, right?
So we, as women, we have struggled. Like even after marriage, you have to balance both your career as well as your home. So now the very thing which I have noticed that earlier women were perceived as housewives. Now at least that thing has changed. Now they use the term homemakers, which really feel you more you feel more motivated that okay, it's not like you're stuck with a responsibility. It's just that choices you make in your life
Yeah,
as a
earlier it
woman.
was thought to be a mundane job. You do your work. That's there was no credit in
Exactly.
it. But nowadays,
It's
it's
a
a
home
choice.
work,
You choose. to be a
Absolutely, like
homemaker.
people like me and Kinnari, we are still, following our careers outside home. And you, Kwame, and Nindita, you have had a formidable college degree, and
Exactly.
both of you ladies have given up that degree, and you have taken up. You've chosen to support your spouses, and you're staying home.
Right.
So it's definitely a change, right? I mean, but then you're doing this out of your choice. It's
Yeah.
not by
No.
the force of the society that you're doing this, right?
Exactly. So professionally also we have been groomed to that level where we can obviously go out in the world and work. But it's just a choice that we both have made just to support our family. But it's not like we will forever be like this. We might again get into the professional world because it's just the taste of being a homemaker. We also want to feel that.
Right. I think it is little different probably in rural India.
There's a large difference, I think, between
Very high.
Yeah.
I mean, the disparity between rural
Yeah.
and urban thinking itself is very disparate.
Absolutely.
And the level of disparity is huge, right? So even back in rural India, you are expected that you wake up, you take care. I mean, female are expected that you wake up, you cook, you take care of your family. That's what you're born for.
Yeah,
and
we
even
see.
if, like, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
no, it's okay. We see like children are married off at the age of 12, 13, 14. It's still prevalent in certain
Right.
parts of rural India.
Exactly.
So they are just seen as a object that has been bred to just take care of the family. So once they reach their puberty, they are married off. So there's no
Right.
future for them.
Yeah, and even if by chance they study and they want to work, they go out to work, they're not supported by the family. They are always like coaxed and said like, why do you have to work? It's not necessary. It's always like a optional thing. It's not like they want to keep their identity. That is not appreciated by their family members. It's like, and even if they go to work, you have to come back, make dinner, and make the family feel
Prepare,
as
right.
comfortable as you were just at home. They don't understand that this person has also worked the whole day and they had come
Yeah,
back.
exactly.
Probably we can relate this to Chak De India, where we saw the captain of Indian team. She was asked to give up the hockey team just because she was expected to run the house.
Right.
So that is what just struck me while listening to this
Right.
conversation.
Right.
Yes, and it was, I think, our previous generation also faced something like this a lot. Like if some of our mothers who had gone to work, their in-laws always expected them to come back home and do everything that a homemaker would do, and then again go to work the next day. So women put that effort to go to that stage, but they still, some of the mothers, they still pursue so that they can set an example to their children. So when we now grew up, we took a career, we said, we have
This
a
is not
limitation.
how it's
This is
going
not
to
it
be.
should work.
Right.
We
Right.
should be treated equally in the family. We cannot always do the extra walk.
Exactly.
Why not the other person should also try to cooperate and balance the whole thing? So like the educated part of the Indian culture is like growing. They are getting educated, so they try to understand that there should not be differences. That we should be bridging over, and if we grow together, our country goes together. So that realization has come over. But if you see the rural areas, they still are very orthodox. So this has been over the ages, so we would not change what our books tell us or teachers tell us. So they're kind of against the modernization. I think because I don't know why, but maybe they're scared to grab modernization.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
not
they are
sure.
very scared so that they don't face the social stigma. Like they fear the way they have been culturally bred. There has been a way that they have been bred, so they don't want to divert from that.
But talking about this also, we should take this into account that is there still equality in India? Like we see in US, there are so many females who are actually, driving buses, trains. They're
Different
also
types of profession that they are
Exactly.
taking up, right?
So they are also working as a delivering posts and all. But in India, I don't think so. Any women can actually think of that.
I think
Those are actually men's work, right?
Yeah,
That is
it's like too much of stereotyping which is happening.
Yes,
So
it's like defined. This work has to be a men's work. This work can be a women's work. Preferably not, then that's better.
And even though, I mean, these type of work really don't need a lot of physical labor.
No,
Absolutely
exactly.
can be
Really
done
doesn't
by
need that much
women
of-
and stuff like that. But it's just that our society hasn't seen women in that forum.
You cannot
Hasn't.
accept it.
And that brings me to a very important point that, journalism, when we talk about journalism, it was a man's career in India. But think about it now. I mean, if you think about it, it's like, it's changed, right? It's the women who have brought in that change.
Barkha Datta
For
is
example,
a big
right.
example for this.
Right. So that
She
person
changed the whole
definitely,
face.
she changed the whole face of it. And now she's like,
What we see is the first criteria is what the guy's occupation is and what the girl can do at home. She can sing, she can dance, she can cook.
that's a very interesting point. You're asked to
Take
sing
care
and
of the family.
dance. What do you do in daily
I don't
life?
know. I'll give you an example.
You
I'll
sing
say-
your private
Yeah.
house bed?
Yeah, I've just
Sing and dance in front
heard
of
this
him.
from my mother. I think she was in her late 18s or so. So this family came to see her. Her prospective groom at that point of time. So she was very fair. Yeah. She was very fair. So the lady came with a towel and she was rubbing her hands to see whether she has put on powder, as if she was a commodity. Like she's a commodity.
She's really fair, or
Yeah,
is she faking
she's
it?
judging
Yeah.
that. So
Is
she
it
was
a
told
paint
to.
that she has used?
The same thing happened to one of my friend's sister. She was actually asked to walk just to
Yeah,
see if she's
absolutely.
lame or not.
Right.
She walked out and she never came back.
I think that
That's
was the
good.
correct
She did
answer.
So she actually walked out. And they kept on sitting there waiting. Okay, she's back. No, she wasn't. So I think the face of the society is changing. The problems would be there. The way you're handling it, making a statement about it. So that is kind of helping even people to recognize and realize that what you're doing is wrong.
And girls have become more decisive. I mean, even in arranged
More
marriages.
absolutely.
Yeah, they now tell their
Decide,
parents that this
right.
guy is not even an MBA. I'm not going to marry him. I am so highly qualified.
Exactly.
I want somebody who is at the same level or maybe higher than
Absolutely.
that.
I have a friend back in Kolkata. She has done her masters in management. So now she's looking for a prospective groom. So her parents are looking at the papers. But what her first criteria is that the person has to be either equally educated or more highly
educated,
qualified than me. So I mean, she's waiting. She'll wait till she gets the correct person.
So at least the society, I mean, it's not like what we were saying before that women used to, I mean, girls' marriage was so common, child marriage was so common. So at least we have come out of that in many cases where it's okay for us
Education is
to wait.
taken to be a
Priority.
priority over marriage, so
Right,
that she
right.
finishes her education and then can get
I
married.
think parents have also become educated. They are also
Supportive.
They are
They are
supporting their
supportive,
children.
right.
They are equally educating their male child and as well as their female
Absolutely.
children, and they are given the opportunity to choose their careers. They are
Right.
no longer told that you are supposed to be a teacher. You cannot be an engineer.
Right.
There is an opportunity. You can
And
choose
they
now.
don't even few years back they were like women are being taught only for their value in the marriage market.
Absolutely.
Right.
Nowadays that concept has also changed. They believe that if we educate, we teach our children properly, they have a good job, they would automatically get a good groom, educated, sensible person to get married to. We don't have to. just
That's not the
educate
sole
them.
purpose of education,
That's not
right?
the sole purpose of
So
education.
better use of the education, better use of what they have been taught to do.
Yes,
So
right.
better use
Yeah,
of
correct.
actually use it in a field. Go out in a field and do
Yeah.
that job.
Yes.
So
The-
the entire concept, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, there was also glass ceiling, as we all maybe in the corporate world you must have heard about it.
Right.
That earlier there was a glass ceiling, which was basically the concept was that girls, they always had to prove themselves to reach to break the glasses and reach to that level.
Right.
So now it has completely changed. I think the men are their mentality is evolving. Everything, the career options has broadened. So
Right.
people are going out and trying out different things. So which is what is like, I think,
We are
a
seeing more and
breakthrough.
more women in the boardroom, more and more politicians. Our chief
Yes.
minister is another lady, and I mean, in India we see, like, we have been talking about that before, that we have seen India ruled by women. So
Yeah,
we have seen
absolutely.
that. It's
If we look back in history, if we look
Right.
right now, we have
Politics,
leaders all over.
politics and
Yeah,
everything. Very, very dominant women, and very prominent in their own fields, different
Exactly.
fields that we see. So, I mean, just summing it up all. So I think we all see the face of India, where definitely there are problems. Problems will be there. We are seeing women coming forward. The society is supporting them. Definitely is supporting them. Men are supporting, and the government is supporting, and a lot remains to be done, but a lot is being done. Taking up different type of work, working in different strata of the society, definitely. And when we're talking about homemakers, so I'm just thinking about the way it used to be in my mom's generation. My mom is a homemaker, and you make a very valid point that probably their generation made certain sacrifices, made certain precedences, set certain examples in front of me that they're very happy that I have taken up a career today.
Yeah.
I have
That
come.
made a lot of difference.
Lot of difference. In my entire family, all my aunts, my uncles, everybody used to go out to work. My family wasn't one where, to stay back home was the need of the, was the appreciation of the day. Everybody had to go out and work. So that was okay with the family. But mom was the only one who, even if she had, despite of the fact that she had a formidable career and she had a good education, she was actually taught, received special education to be a teacher. But she never took up the career because there were so many kids around who would take care of the kids. We didn't have the concept of daycare at that point of time.
Yeah, right.
And there used to be huge families.
There used to be huge families.
Somebody has to be there to
Exactly.
take care of them.
But in today's time, I think that mentality of men has also changed.
To certain
because,
point, right.
Yeah, because now they want somebody who could like support the household. It's not, with increasing prices, it's not possible for single person to
Right.
earn and,
The way men are thinking is different. The way society is framing itself is different.
I think here there is one more point too. When men nowadays they get married or they think about their life partners, they have slightly different from what maybe their forefathers used to think. They prefer someone who's going to work as well as manage home, because they think that if they get someone like that, maybe that person will be able to understand whatever they are facing outside as well as at home. Whereas when they think that if I marry someone who just stays at home and maybe she has not got that much of exposure from outside or from education, she might not be able to understand me. They try to think out that way as well. So that's how they are growing more supportive of women working, or at least getting knowledge so that they can advance themselves and try to come up try to understand the modernity or to
The challenges of a
challenges
woman.
of the
I mean,
world,
where-
challenge everything
their
all
needs,
together.
where
Their
they
needs,
would-
so that they can manage, even if they don't work, they can manage home, they can manage outside work, like going to bank, going to managing
Doing the
other
daily
things.
chores.
Exactly. So it's definitely not has to be a work where you go and get some salary, but at least she can be at par to manage all the other activities which a household really needs.
Yeah, perceptions are definitely evolving. I mean, it's shifting.
Like if both of us are working nowadays, we divide our chores at home as well.
Exactly.
Men are supporting us; they are cooking, they are cleaning, equally doing jobs that
Which was not
stereotyped
considered as a
as
men's
stereotyped
job,
as
Yes.
work that women should do. So
Yes.
I
And
think
men
that is
have become
changing.
better cooks these days. I know my husband, he cooks and I'm like relaxing. Okay, fine.
And they don't mind doing it.
No,
He
no,
was
no,
like,
absolutely.
it is women's job. I'm not going in the kitchen.
Absolutely.
So
Right.
that's how they have. Time has changed the society. and
Again,
people are-
this is very this is
Remote.
Yeah, this is very like
I
in
think the men who have got that exposure into the due to globalization, that the bigger world, where they are coming in touch with people who have that idea that it's okay for men to do other jobs as well. And the same way, the women can come and do the outside work and come outside and work. So once they are getting into that society, so they are understanding more and more. With that kind of exposure, men themselves, they are advancing. And I believe that, women can only advance when the entire society around them,
Supports them.
they supports them and they understand. The society as well advances. Because you can voice your opinion as much as you want to. But whether that's going to be appreciated, it's going to make a change, that depends upon others as well.
Yeah, and like sometime back, dowry was a very important thing for most of the families. If you don't give dowry to the groom's side, then they will not marry your daughter. So, which was a big thing earlier.
Just to explain the dowry, what dowry is, it's like, it's probably like if you think about how dowry started, what is that process? So at this point of time, we think that it's like when a girl gets married, her parents are asked to pay money to the boy's parents.
Because
So-
they are going to maintain the girl for
Right.
lifelong. They are going to
Right.
feed
So-
her and maintain her. So like that's the kind of a
So in that, you're actually kind of like alimony money, I would say. But it probably started from a very, sweet concept that when you are giving away your daughter, you're trying to give her some gifts. It's probably started
Yeah.
with that concept. Society changed,
It was misused.
and then it was misused. The entire concept was misused, and then it's just like water of money. I mean, this amount of my son is so well educated, and so if you have to marry him, this is the sum that I'm putting behind him. So you will have to pay for that.
Exactly. So it depends.
That was a wonderful dance, isn't it?
Oh, it was
so?
great. I really
was
enjoyed
great.
that.
It was so
It
nice.
was nice, and the discussion was nice. The little
Excellent.
talk, like the panel,
Excellent.
and then the dance. It was a nice evening actually with the girls.
We thank Pamela and her friends from the bottom of our heart for the wonderful discussion, one open discussion, informal discussion. Please contact us at facesofsouthasia@gmail.com and let us know what you think. And thank you for watching our show. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye, and have a great day. Thank you.